Welcome back, Tarot fam. This is video 2 of 2 for Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about Harry and the King and the Prince of Wales, who will one day be king. So hang on to your hats. Let's get going. Welcome back, Tarot fam. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic for over 35 years. In this video, we are going to be talking about the evolution of Harry's role in the royal family. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Harry met this American actress. She was on a TV show called Suits. Her name is Meghan something. And he fell head over heels in love with her and demanded from the Queen Elizabeth that he get to marry her. They had this big splashy wedding. It was unbelievable. And you know what happened? They left. They scooted right out of the United Kingdom and went to Canada and went to the United States. I don't know if you've heard about it. It seems like it's been top secret. They've had children. They haven't brought them back to the UK, blah, 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 blah. I know you guys all know this story. So let's take a look. We're going to jump right in, kids, and we're going to see how King Charles is feeling about Harry. Now, there's a lot of speculation about King Charles's health situation. It seems that some of the mass media is starting to say it looks like this reign is going to end a little bit faster than all of us would like, or how the United Kingdom would like to see him on the throne. Keep in mind, I mean, he's at an advanced age. He waited a long time to ascend to the throne, and Queen Elizabeth, tough act to follow. So he is struggling with a health concern. He does have cancer, and the reports in the last few months were that he will die with cancer, not of cancer. So let's take a look at how the king is feeling about his wayward son, who he's not taking phone calls from. You have to remember that there is no conversation going on between the two of them. I'm going to bring up the card view. Remember, I have reading sales going on through the end of the month. It is August if you're watching this in the future. And you can link to those down below. I would love to see some of you on my schedule. I do have the new 3 readings a week that are name your own price. So you can come in, even if you can only afford a little bit. I want to make sure that all kinds of people can get a solid reading from me. So let's bring up that card view. Hit that like button while I'm doing that. And let's giddy up, buttercups. There's that card view. So how is the king? Today is August 11th, 2025 when I'm recording this. How is the king feeling about Harry right now? That is, oh, that is very interesting because that is a renewal of the relationship. Are they talking right now? We're going to find out up in the top corner. Hermit, I think they're talking through individuals. We're going to leave that little guy up there. I think they are talking through their people. And we did see that recently out on the streets. They were, their individual heads of household and heads of communication were discussing things, and it was caught on film. The media got a hold of it. So what is under the surface for the king? He wants to secure those family lines here. What about this one? In the suitcase position, we are realizing that there are certain things that Harry is going to be stuck with for the rest of his life. Up top, ooh, King Charles is not liking that mother. Not liking the mother. Just going to say that. He does not want to coddle his son. And what's in the future immediately? Oh my. 10 of Pentacles. I think that the conversations have restarted because I think the king wants him to understand that right now he is outside the castle grounds. Give me a little bit more on this one. Harry, you can't do nothing. You have to make a decision. Are you out or are you out? What are you going to do, my darling boy? What are you going to do? So I think he is really leaving the question in Harry's hands. What do you want to do? And that is an interesting way of negotiating, finding out what the other party wants to do. And I did this when I was a broker, when I was dealing with pricing concerns and that kind of thing. What did you think you were going to be paying for insurance? And let's see if we can get close to that. And I think what King Charles is saying is, Harry, ultimately, what do you want your life to be? How do you want your life to be? So, what is King Charles planning for his darling boy? Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the High Priestess. So I do think that King Charles is attempting to secure some kind of working situation for Harry. Obviously, it's not going to be with Invictus. We all saw what just happened with that. There's a whole kerfuffle. Sophie Chanduka, Chandoka, I can't remember how to say it. But this is trying to get a restart and capitalize on the gifts that Harry has. Is it within the royal family? It is within the royal family. So I am thinking that these reports of creating a blueprint for the excommunication of Prince Andrew and Prince Harry are falsity, false, false. I don't think that they are going to excommunicate them. I think that Charles is trying to salvage the wreckage of this family. For fun, what is Charles' opinion on the creature that we call Meghan Markle? As one of her friends said, champagne in human form. So, Charles, it's a very interesting read on this. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset about this. All my friends that are in the United Kingdom, I am very, very sorry. But it looks as though Charles says she is a problem we cannot get rid of. She is more dangerous outside of the castle walls than she is inside. They are trying, King Charles, and the courtiers are trying to figure out what it will take to make this woman happy and to keep her tamped down. I'm sure that is going to go over like a lead balloon with her, but they are trying to figure out a way that they can immerse her in luxury without overspending, without having further demands for additional things, giving them a set lifestyle. So this would be cabana by the sea, all of the security and cares and woes taken care of, but on a much smaller scale. Meghan Markle herself described Great Britain as like America, just much smaller. Everything's so small. It's smaller. No, it's more subtle. It's more detail oriented. It's not in your face and screaming like an American. I know because I am an American and I'm screaming in everybody's faces. So I do think that his opinion is we cannot get rid of her and we do need to leverage what we have with her. I don't think King Charles is afraid of having Meghan Markle back in the family. I think he is more fearful of having her outside of the family. So what is all this talk about blueprints, making blueprints? Is this more William's thing, making a blueprint for Andrew putting it in his face and going, this is your destiny. Here are the weapons of your torture, the tools of your torture. And then utilizing them on Harry. Is that the plan? Is that what William has up his sleeve? How is William feeling about that? By all reports, William is somewhat ruthless. And that is a ruthless card. This is by hook or by crook. I am going to make things my way. Doesn't like the mother. Transformation of the royal family, rescue, getting away from them. He wants to get back to the days and throwing them to the wolves. And in time, they will implode. William has a plan. He is not letting them back in the royal family. The conflict. How is this conflict going between William and the king? This is definitely a conflict. Conflict? Oof, they are not coming to a solution. So, how does William feel about all this? He wants to get together with his dad on this. And how does King Charles feel about this? He does not want to get together on this. I am the king. I should be making these decisions on my own. What are the strengths that William has in his argument? Past history, he's going to talk about the Duke of Windsor. What are the weaknesses he has? That he wants an emboldened, protected family, but you cannot have that when one of your wheels are rolling down the hill. Can't do it. So, what are King Charles's strengths? Is that he is a legacy builder. He's almost a placeholder king. What are his weaknesses? Is that he thinks that family is family, and his view of the monarchy and the legacy of the monarchy is somewhat skewed from William's. Somewhat skewed. So let's look at a past, present, future for these two gentlemen. Past, present, future. So we're not going anywhere just yet. In the past, they both were hopeful that Harry would come to Jesus, come to his senses, and figure out a way to coexist in the family and move forward with his responsibilities and his new wife. And in the present, Prince William and King Charles have very, very different outlooks that they want to achieve, or what they think will work. In the future, we're going to have stagnancy. We're not going to be able to move this cart into the future just yet. Just yet. So we've got a little bit of time on that. So, so it looks like Charles is going to create a blueprint that's not expected to be executed, and then William has it to execute on his brother. But Charles is in disagreement with that. So is Harry aware of any of this? He suspects. He's got people in there, and he suspects his lack of work creates serious issues and reason for this kind of a plan to be executed. One quick question: is Charles still sending Harry money? No, I don't think he's sending him money anymore. I do think he was financing them for quite some time. I do think he was financing them for much, much longer than anyone else thought. What about Andrew? Does Andrew know what is going on? Yes, he is unhappy about it. Two of Swords, Seven of Swords. Andrew's response to everything is, well, look at what they're doing over there. Andrew likes to point in the direction of other people and their folly and their mistakes rather than just assuming the position to take his punishment. So very interesting. So I do think it will be quite exciting when William takes the throne, because I think we're going to see the execution of plans that were made during the reign of King Charles. So I'm curious about how King Charles's reign is going to be remembered. I know it does seem like it is going to be a very short reign, and people are talking about it being a very short reign. But what are the notable things that he wants to do? I did talk a few weeks ago about King Charles working on the legacy, working on long-term things that will affect the future. And I did think that there was some industrial farming that he wanted to talk about, industrial organic farming, very interesting. And I did see like kind of this not greenhouses, but more like growing facilities that are going to be indoors, having some exotic fruits, making exotic fruits more available to people on the island, cutting down on the carbon footprint for transporting them. I think it was a really, really cool concept that Charles was trying to bring into a picture. So let's see what happens. Maybe this is something that he is working on for that long-term legacy as well. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't be disappointed. I don't think that this is an indication that Charles is a weak king. I think this is an indication that he is a caring father and that he is an endlessly positive, has a positive outlook on how this relationship is going to shake out. I don't think he realizes the amount of resentment that William is holding, and I don't think he really understands that what Harry is doing is so far out of the realm for just a regular family, not just a royal family. Like, this is so far out of the realm. Any regular family would have excommunicated him already. So let's talk about it in the chat. I will see you guys in the future. Don't forget, tomorrow is going to be World Politics Wednesday. Again, I'm going to go back to that just for this week, and we're going to talk about Trump federalizing the police force in Washington, D.C. I know this is going to go over like a lead balloon with a lot of people. So I'll see you in the future.